Hi, welcome back to my channel. In the last video, I shared how we prepared for 𝗏𝐻𝐻's travel to the Philippines. In this video, I will show you 𝗏𝐻𝐻's first long-haul flight to the Philippines via Turkish Airlines. 𝗏𝐻𝐻's not an early riser, so we chose an early flight time so that he'd still be super sleepy during the flight. Check-in was really quick and easy. We just needed to present 𝗏𝐻𝐻's passport at the desk along with our printed flight tickets. He also got weighed at the check-in counter. They weren't strict about the size of the carrier, but they were strict about the 8 kg weight limit. What I forgot to mention in the last video was when traveling with a pet in cabin, you must purchase the window seat. Pets traveling in the cabin can only be placed under the seat at the window. 𝗏𝐻𝐻 has experienced flying before, so he was well behaved. This was his 5th time flying on a plane. But we still made sure he was okay before the plane took off, as the flight from Dublin to Istanbul would take 4 to 5 hours. Pets are meant to stay inside the carrier under the seat at all times, but we asked the flight crew if we could check in on 𝗏𝐻𝐻 for a few minutes. They were fine with it as long as they didn't see 𝗏𝐻𝐻 and as long as he was still inside his carrier. We only let his head out for 5 minutes so we could see where we were. Once we landed in Istanbul airport, the first place we tried to find was the pet relief room. You'll find the signs for it near the main shopping area. The room is on the same floor as the lounge and beauty salon. You would have to go up on an elevator and walk straight till the end of the hall. The pet relief room is located near the museum and the bathrooms. The pet relief room is spacious and well decorated. It has everything dogs and cats would need. Fake grass with a fire hydrant for dogs to go potty and litter boxes for the cats. They also have empty pet bowls for your pet to use and pet food just in case you forgot to bring some. We let 𝗏𝐻𝐻 drink water first before letting him explore and roam around. 𝗏𝐻𝐻 was unfamiliar with the place as he's used to pottying outdoors. He knew the grass and fire hydrant was fake, so he refused to go potty. So we tried to play with him and get him familiar with the place instead, but he still refused to potty. We had an 8-hour layover, so we just sat and waited for the next flight. We went back to the pet relief room to make him drink and eat his food. We kept trying to encourage 𝗏𝐻𝐻 to go potty as our next flight would take 11 hours. The next time he'd get to potty is when we land in Manila, so our priority was to make him go potty during this layover. We returned to the pet relief room a couple of times to see if he would go, but he would just roam around and walk back and forth because he wasn't used to the place. From the way he was behaving, we knew he wanted to potty, but the place just wasn't for him. We eventually gave up and just walked around the airport to tire him out for the next flight. That's when we found the Fresh Air Terrace, a non-smoking outdoor garden. 𝗏𝐻𝐻 was relieved to find this place. The smell of fresh air and plants were familiar to him, so he finally got to potty here after many attempts in the pet relief room. He was wearing a nappy, so we didn't leave a mess here. The pet relief area was really nice, but if you have a picky dog like us, you should bring them here instead. We forgot to ask in Dublin, but pets traveling in cabin was considered a priority here, so we didn't have to queue for long and we boarded the plane with no hassle. 𝗏𝐻𝐻 was already asleep when we were taking off, as he was tired from all the playtime and walking around the airport. It was also his bedtime, which was a good thing because we experienced a horrible turbulence when the plane took off. He didn't react at all even though we were scared of the turbulence. We were worried about his reaction mostly because it was his first time to experience this. We didn't want him to bark and disturb the other passengers. But surprisingly, he was calm and didn't ask to be let out the carrier and get carried. Monty slept for 8 hours straight. When he woke up, we asked the cabin crew if we could check in on him for a few minutes. They told us they must stay in the carrier at all times and placed under the seat, but because we were on a long-haul flight and there were a couple of horrible turbulences, they let us take him out for a couple of minutes. We were happy Mochi didn't vomit and was just quiet throughout the flight. We recommend you don't feed your pets or make them drink water during the flight so they don't vomit and have to go potty. After immigration and baggage collection, you will see the BAI stand just before the exit gate. You must go here before leaving the airport to present your pet's travel documents, SPS import permit, export permit or international vet certificate, and the VHC from your local vet. They want to see the actual copies, but they will also take the photocopied documents, so make sure you have these. What they're looking for is the official stamp and signature on both the export permit and VHC. They may refuse to let your pet inside the country if you don't have the required documents, so make sure you have everything prepared upon arrival. They also check Mochi's microchip and scan him. After they have checked all the required documents, they will give you a copy of this page and ask you to pay the permit fee, inspection fee, and SPS fee. It says here that we only have to pay 405 pesos, but we ended up paying 500. I just didn't bother to ask what the remaining was for because we were all hungry and exhausted from the flight, and we wanted to take Mochi outside so we could go potty. Overall, it's quite easy to travel to the Philippines with your pet as long as you're well prepared. Just make sure you have all the required documents. In the previous video, I shared how we prepared for a long-haul flight to the Philippines with Mochi, so if you haven't yet, you can go and watch that video after this. That is all, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time!